They sit motionless over the board. Is there anybody there, they ask. Suddenly the pointer starts to move and spells out a message. The game is known as OUIJA, or the talking board. It has been used to contact the dead and even predict the future. But is this talking board simply a game?
It isn't a game, it isn't a toy. It's perceived to be that because it's merchandised as that and has been for a long while. It's a very serious matter.
Then could it be that the OUIJA board is a force so powerful and evil that it's able to inspire madness, possession, or even murder?
It can lead to suicide, murder, all sorts of illnesses and tragedy. And it's my opinion that there should be a warning on the box.
Stoker Hunt, author of OUIJA, The Most Dangerous Game, has spent years researching the OUIJA phenomenon and knows that the OUIJA board is not something to be toyed with. He says potential danger can exist when the board falls into the wrong hands.
Certainly, children should not work with it. Adolescents probably shouldn't work with it. And adults who are emotionally disturbed or physically ill should not work with it because it can lead to disaster. It's led to disaster.
As was the case, according to Hunt, when a young woman using the board lost control and became obsessed by a very negative spirit.
And she became a rape victim. She was consistently, brutally raped night after night after night, and had to endure exorcism to recover from this assault.
Reverend Les Fowler of the Baltimore First Seventh-day Adventist has heard the horror stories and preaches of the dangers connected with the OUIJA board. He believes that the driving power of the board is the demon himself.
It starts out as a game, but the people become more involved with it, and it becomes a spiritualistic avenue with which the devil, Satan himself, enters and eventually takes control of the person.
No one is sure how or why or if the OUIJA board works. Religionists believe that it's controlled by demons. Psychics contend that it is spirits who have not yet left this earth. And others still believe that it is the inner self that allows us to enter the world of the unknown.
The board works because it allows the operator to get into direct, unedited, spontaneous contact with the subconscious mind. That occurs because the instrument is very subtle and delicate, and it allows the subconscious to exert muscular control. The bottom line is that the operator is moving the pointer or planchette.
All of this may sound frightening, but not all that's transmitted through the board is evil. Mary Ock and her mother were using the board when Mary asked about the condition of her fiancé, Gary, who was then stationed in Vietnam.
It said, danger, danger. And my mother said, what do you mean, danger? Is he in any kind of danger? So it explained that, yes, he was. That he was involved in a shooting incident at night. Spelled the whole thing out, that he was riding in a Jeep, and that it was nighttime, and that he was shot at.
Mary became so upset that she sent a letter to Gary explaining what the board had predicted. By the time Gary received the letter, the shooting had taken place, and he was amazed by the details.
It shocked me. I couldn't believe that she knew all about this. It scared me. I couldn't believe that she could predict, I mean, detail for detail. The flashlight being shot out, the shots coming through the back of the Jeep. I just couldn't, I couldn't believe it. It was kind of weird.
To see if we could unlock the mysteries that surround the OUIJA board, we invited two psychic investigators to the Cedar Park estate. This home has been in the same family for nearly 300 years and possess what psychics refer to as the right elements.
Is there anyone here with us this evening?
In the time it takes to make a phone call, Linda Rowers and Sarah Estep had made contact with a spirit who identified himself as Frank.
It's good to hear from you, Frank. We thank you for coming. Did you live here?
The one individual we contacted this evening by the name of Frank indicated that he was still here and he was unhappy because he missed his family. He didn't know where his family was. And so we gave him suggestions how he could move on by looking for the light and by looking for his family and his loved ones.
8.
It is impossible to tell what kind of experience you will have using the Ouija board. Whether you believe it is a game or not, be aware that some people believe that dangers may exist, and Stoker has advice for users of the board.
The best thing to do if you have doubts, if you want to work with the Ouija board, you've made a conscious decision to do so, and if you are working with it, if any problems should develop, the best response is to cease working with it immediately.